Humidor shop talk. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Sports. Humidor shop talk. Cigars. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk. Get ready. Humidor shop talk.
Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy, Mr. SmokeFellas, man. We in the house here at Tapping Ash on 111th and Halsted, man. They have welcomed us in to their cool-ass vibe. Got my guys here. I got KDL to my right. I got Lucky Lefty. And we got that DJ, DY Nemesis, man. Yes, we back. I know we've been gone. This is season 9, fellas. 9 years in this game. Woo! It's been a long, tough ride, but hey, we hang in there every week, man, bringing y'all
a whole lot of
shits and giggles and sports the way we do it in the cigar lounge, man. So we've been gone on vacation, you know. I got a tan. I don't know about Lefty. He's still light skinned, and DY.
I'm a little darker, man. I'm a little darker.
Kev always gonna be that color. But guess what? We've been in these streets.
Definitely been in the
man,
street.
It's been a whole vibe for the SmokeFellas, man. We have been watching sports, though. Don't think we ain't been watching and staying in tune to everything that's been going on. And right now, it's all about the Olympics, baby.
Yeah.
Nah.
Got all my TV shows off, too, man. That's cool. I'm with it, though.
Hey, I did catch the Brazilian beach.
I knew you was going to watch.
Volleyball.
I knew you was going to watch.
Yes. I mean, if not me, then who?
Y'all saw my post on Facebook. Waiting patiently for Brazil versus Dominican.
Hey, man, hell of a game. That way they were spiking the ball and, you know.
I don't even know the score. I don't know who won. I was just watching.
I watched the game for...
No, well, I don't. Whatever you about to say, I don't watch.
Let's just stop. Let's stop.
It is what it is.
Going on. Right now, you know, you got the USA playing Puerto Rico right now. It's 45-64. USA is winning. We got the TV on in here. DY, when it comes to the Olympics, what's been the favorite thing that you have watched so far?
I tell you what, the most entertaining obviously has to be the women's gymnastics. You've seen that group of young ladies, those 5 young ladies, pretty much dominate everything in gymnastics. Shout out to Simone Biles. Shout out, she's now Chicago resident, so she definitely representing the home team. But their performance was top notch. It was elevated this year too. I think with Simone coming back, and those young girls definitely got a lot to prove, and they becoming stars in their own right. They becoming social media stars, getting shout outs on every TV program, every superstar shouting them out for everything they're doing. Even President Barack Obama was giving them shouts out. So shout out to the gymnastics team, definitely most entertaining. And Gladys Kepler swimming was pretty good too.
Hey, DY, I feel you on that. But I'm going to say the most entertaining thing that I saw so far is my man Snoop Dogg crip walking with the torch.
Yeah.
He got his crip walk on the torch, baby.
The elders are turned
Come on,
in their
man.
graves, man. Come on,
Snoop
man.
a national stage.
Come on, man.
He gonna be him. I ain't mad.
Man, Snoop is a
I'm mad at him.
monument.
Did you see him and K Hart commentating the horses?
Oh yeah.
And he was like, oh, the horse is crip walking. It's crip walking.
Hey, man, Snoop just solidified as the most famous rapper in the world. He solidified it.
Yeah.
They've been saying it for a long time, but this put the stamp on it.
Have y'all noticed Dwayne Wade getting his Magic Johnson on commentary?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
no, he didn't.
Right.
Yeah. Dwayne Wade need to, as they say, take some classes.
Getting his magic on.
I'll go back to Fashion Week with it. You know how you get out.
He just part-timing it.
Yeah. They were trying to see if it was going to work, but it ain't going to work.
Hey, speaking of Simone, it was a girl from Brazil this morning was giving her a run for her money. Right before this game came.
Yeah.
The girl was doing that. She was matching her. I think Simone won it or left, but she was matching. So the pole vaults, she was matching, man.
Yeah.
My thing is track and field. That's me. Obviously basketball. I'm gonna step off basketball, but track and field for me. So that's really getting started. I'm looking forward to it.
Lefty, what's up with you?
For me, man, honestly,
Besides the Brazilian,
I know. I joke about the Brazilian thing. You know, Brazilian volleyball team. It really ain't a joke, but seriously, the women's gymnastics, man. I follow them every Olympics. I always check it out. A little bit of the boxing too. You know, got some controversy on that women's side with that. That little situation going on. There's some controversy over there with that. So I'm definitely gonna follow that.
Whoa. We don't. Not
well,
talk
you know,
about
it's
we
one of them. It's one of those
man.
subjects that get you kicked off.
Man, listen.
So pretty much, there's a dude that used to be a dude. There's a woman now, and he competing against the girls, and he didn't beat this girl half to death, like 45 seconds in the thing. So that's the big news right now.
But we talked about this before. Remember we talked about genders and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now is that fair though? Is it fair? Because really,
they let her in.
Okay.
But the Olympics let her in.
They let her in.
I know, man.
Her, him, or however it go. I don't know.
They let her in.
I don't know. Does it? He had the full transformation or
full transformation?
So he had the full.
Full you did.
But you still got male DNA.
They say he hit that. They said he hit that. Said he hit that girl so hard, man. That I'm gonna stop saying he. She hit the girl so hard.
They.
I gotta find a pronoun. But they hit the girl so hard that she just buckled. Like she ain't never been hit. Like she no mossed it. Like she ain't even want to get hit no more.
Okay, so here's the thing though. You either let them in or you don't. Like once you let them in, and it's just like remember that was swimming.
It's a touchy subject though, man. It's such a touchy subject because you got to think of it from the. So one thing you can't change. I don't care if you change the parts, you still got more testosterone. If you're born a male, you got a lot of testosterone. So you still born, you're gonna be stronger naturally. You know what I mean? So, but then you got all these different organizations and these different rights, and that could be a huge, that could end up being some big time lawsuit, or they saying now y'all discriminating against us, and that's going to open up. That's going to open up a lot.
But it's
a lot of Pandora boxes
though to say yeah or no. You can do what you want to do with your body, but the Olympics don't have to let you in. Whenever there's swimming controversy, and they could have just said no, we don't allow.
Yeah, but what's going to be the backlash?
They don't know.
But what's going to be? But
you know what I mean? Like
you know how strong that is right now. What's going to be the backlash?
I think
discrimination.
I think it's something that's pretty unique to the Olympics this year because I don't think we've ever talked about this before. But I can definitely say that probably something's going to come after this. It was too late to change any of the rules,
right?
At this point in time. But after this, seeing how that all went down, I definitely think it's going to be some changes coming down the line. The Olympic Committee has to address this, amongst other things, with some of the other rules that they got, that may not seem fair all around. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. They're allowing them to compete. They qualified. They went through everything that it took to get to this point. So every committee, whatever it was, every stage that they took to get there, allowed them to get there.
But you got backlash on both points, though. You got backlash because they're going to say, hey, you discriminating against me, whatever. But then what about the backlash to where, hey, you have a physical advantage over people that were born
right.
like regular, like what about that backlash? How come we get to ignore that backlash, but we got to entertain their backlash? Like, what we doing here? So it's their league. It's on the Olympics to say yes or no, right? Just like it's on that swimming, yes or no. It's going to be backlash either way.
Well, the problem is like, where's the balance? Because you got a lot of countries that don't even allow that.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of countries that still don't don't accept that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
So that's what I'm saying. So
the U.S. of course, you know, we accept it, but a lot of countries don't, and that's when now we're saying like there's an advantage now. There's an advantage to the countries that allow it if we're going to allow them to compete against the women. You know, is it? And what if it's the other way around? Would you allow a female that, you know, did the transformation to a male? Are you gonna allow them to compete against the men? It's gonna be a disadvantage.
Well, they're trying to stop that now in youth sports.
Yeah, and that's a big thing in youth sports. You're right, kid. We talked about that.
Yeah, they're trying to stop that now.
Early last year, and I mean, man,
so they're doing that now with the youth sports. Then they ain't gonna even let it get to the Olympics. Eventually, they're gonna change the rule. Eventually,
is it? I mean, are they gonna wait until, say, you know, somebody get killed, man? Like,
well, Sean, you say you got some information on this. Come on in, pop on in, and tell us what you got.
So here's what I got, because I had the same thoughts as you, and I was corrected yesterday. I was corrected. So here's the information about that female boxer. It's called Disorder of Sex Development. You know, Imaine Khalif is her name. She was born with female phenotype, which means she had XY. She had the XY chromosomes. She was born with female characteristics and raised as a female. However, she has a found to have high testosterone. Further testing showed that she had XY chromosomes. Okay, elevated testosterone levels would give her an advantage over girls who are XX testosterone. Other women have had this, and other men. This is not new. Long story short, this woman was not born a man. She was I was miseducated. I misspoke on this yesterday. I had no idea, and someone sent me this, and I was like, so she was born. She had XY chromosomes, raised as a female. She's not a man. It's still a little weird, because if you're XY, you're a boy, you're a male.
Right, exactly. Right?
If you're XX, you're a woman. But it says she had XY chromosomes, which gave her the testosterone, allowed to have her high testosterone. So biologically, she's not. This is 7 in 1,000 top female athletes in the world have similar levels of testosterone that this boxer had, and it does. However, it doesn't make them men. So she definitely had an advantage. But
so in other words, a female was born with high levels of testosterone. Right?
But yeah, okay. As we have used this word several times, the eye tests say. You know what I'm going to say? The eye test, you know. Well, she put them hands.
Yeah, so
the male hands.
So then, just like you drug test, you're gonna have to go test for testosterone, certain levels. You're gonna have to put a limit.
Cap. You got to put a cap. You're gonna have to put a cap.
You're gonna have to go further test. So
if your testosterone levels are higher than 63.5%,
right? Then you can't compete. It wouldn't be fair.
You can't go too far, because man, come on.
Just cut it off. Just say, hey, we get any inkling that you've had any type of change, that you've gone under, like you got to cut it off.
Well, she was born with it, but if you born with this, can you be held at fault for it? Well, maybe you shouldn't get into boxing. Maybe you should do track and field or something.
Even with that, though.
But come on, man. Right, boxing, you ain't about to end somebody's life.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't say this sport you can, this sport you can't. Right. You just
ask the girl that got her eyes swole like this and see what she feel like.
She ain't talking about nothing right now. She's in the hospital damn near.
Well, we know who ain't talking that. Ain't that what you say?
Right. You know who's not talking.
The trainer should have taught her how to block.
You just gotta
Bob.
Cut it off,
I mean, so what's the difference of when you talk about advantages with that? It's an athlete on steroids, right? If steroids, because it gives you an advantage, that's why it's banned. Or any type of human growth hormone, all these things that are banned to give you an advantage. So look at it from, even though it's not something taken over the counter, she's still born with an advantage.
That's just
so where do we balance this out at? Because she clearly has an advantage over any other female that she's competing
against.
You
could say if track and field, track and field or swimming, and you have a guy or girl that is 6'9", that means their wingspan and their leg length. That's the advantage in that sport. If you want to really break it down.
Okay, so how do we pick and choose on who to overtest and who not to overtest?
You can't pick and choose, and you can't regulate it to a single sport or anything like that. It's one of those things where it is what it is. It's a very unique situation, and I think that's probably why they allowed it to matriculate. It's very different, and the fact that she's able, and I don't even know how good she is. So if she dominating all the way through, other boxers refusing to fight. And when you get into that realm, somebody's still willing to step into the ring with her and go toe to toe, or if she get knocked out, we're not even really having this conversation. We just think it's an unfair advantage, so to speak.
Well, okay, and speaking more on that, now I don't know how true it is, but I read that she's lost 9 fights, something like that. She has lost fights, so it's not like she came in undefeated, just whooping everybody. So she has lost. So that's a great point, DY. Like,
okay, I need to see who she lost to.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't no dude.
Right, it had to be
another female.
And I need them tested too. because I'm just like, keep it real. Test them all.
I was thinking I should just say it out loud. But go ahead. I didn't want to say it out loud.
What are we talking about? She's lost before. It ain't like she had just beating everybody.
That's what I said.
So,
right, I'm pretty sure I read that she lost like 9 fights or something.
How many has she won?
A whole lot.
101 and 9.
I mean, a whole lot, but still.
She had a bad drunken night, huh?
Hey.
9 times.
Hey, we didn't seen a smaller, maybe weaker guy whoop a bigger, stronger guy before. It's not.
Well, like DY said, they know how to block, jab.
Yeah.
You can get that. Now, I want to switch to men's basketball. Tatum benched. Embiid benched. Well, I ain't gonna say benched. DNP did not play.
Well, that's
now social media blows this up.
PC way of saying it.
The PC.
That's the PC way of saying it.
They blowing it up. I think it's just social media trying to, start drama within the Team USA.
That's what we do.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we gonna argue that. That ain't drama. That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. You one of the top players. You're a world champion. You're one of the top players in the league, and B's an MVP, and I get a DNP. Even in a blowout, like put me in for at least 10 minutes. Like come on now.
That's the disrespectful part. You're gonna put them in.
I mean, but it's better than me not playing at all.
So you telling me
you got to find a way to get all these guys.
And then you got 12. You got 12 superstars over there, man.
Don't matter matchups. There's no such thing as matchups when you up 20. So whatever you done went into the game with, it worked.
Okay.
So we throw that out. It worked.
All right.
So now you make sure everybody plays.
You put it that way, it sounds really, really bad.
No, it's terrible.
And if it was Derek White that didn't play, then you're like, well, okay.
Less will be said.
Right. But when you're talking guys that like MVPs and championships, I mean, I know Derek White got a title too, but I mean, one of the top guys in the league, this guy making Tatum the highest paid in the league right now, just got a bag. And benching them and like that's embarrassing.
But I'm saying,
that's just
okay, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not agreeing, but as the coach, you have to, your assistants got to help you monitor the time and all that. Is it just bad management or?
Funny you should say that. Ty Lue on the bench, Eric Spoelstra on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever matchup things we went into, okay, cool. Our design worked. We up 15, 20, game is over. They can't catch us. Let's let everybody play. Somebody got to say it. Like, you can't say, well, I talked to him before the game, and I was like, this might be a game he might not play. How you know that? Like, if I'm Jason Tatum, I would have came right back. Well, how you know that? Based on what?
And then in what situation is he's not a good matchup? He's versatile. He's a 6'10" guy that can play 3 positions. Like, when is he not? When don't he fit in the plane?
Devil's advocate. I didn't say it was right.
And Embiid, I could probably understand if you say it's a smaller team, they're a little faster. But Tatum,
I get that.
Come on, man.
I get that.
I don't know.
And if I'm Embiid,
that's personal.
I haven't been playing well anyway because I'm not healthy. So if I'm Embiid, you know what? I sit out. They say he got sick or something.
He was late to the team dinner, and that was punishment.
He played it off, probably, whatever.
It was something that happened.
The thing is, it was a bunch of 3s and 4s. I get the Embiid not playing because he's out of place. I get that. But you can't tell me. You could have told me, hey, man, we had to find minutes for Kevin Durant. They played the same position on our team. We went with KD, get him back in the groove because he ain't played the game. Like, I could go with that. And I could see if Tatum agreed with it. But he said, well, I talked to him before the game. I told him, he might not. Because I'd have been like, why are you singling me out that I might not?
Right.
I really want to know how that come out.
How did I get
How did that happen?
Like, I don't understand. Man,
he should have said, listen, KD is back. I want to get him some run.
Got no problem with that.
So
if he agrees to it, I got no problem.
Right. You cool with that? Let me get him some run. He been out.
That's
let's get his
but wouldn't
stamina up.
But wouldn't it make more sense to kind of limit the older players, the LeBrons and the KD's minutes?
Especially if you go up 15, 20.
You know what I mean? If you are 15, 20, limit their minutes.
Well,
Tatum, 27.
This is LeBron's last hurrah, so he wants to get his
unless he's gonna play again at 45. It should be his last.
It better be.
But even with that, still, he's still playing. He's still got a season to go into. Tatum's 27. Come on, man. It's just.
Is he that old? I don't even think he's that old.
Yeah, he's
about 27. He's been around.
Been in the league for a minute. I'm just saying, use a better excuse, man. Like, don't. That's embarrassing. The
rumor is that like they got into a shouting match or something the day before. That's somebody said some reporter saw that, so that could have had something to do with it too.
There's got to be more to it.
But yeah,
it's more to it. But this ain't the stage to be bringing out the dirty laundry.
Well, it probably should have never leaked.
That's true.
Y'all think about this.
Well, something gonna leak. The man didn't play. It's
okay. So
we know something happened.
We knew something happened, exactly.
And you can't use mismatch because Tatum's not a disadvantage in any situation. Exactly. Tatum can play with a big lineup. He can play with a small lineup. He can play with a fast lineup.
So cool. I'm glad that came out. Something happened, and he benched.
Yeah, something they got into a shouting match.
I'm good with that. But stop lying, man. don't do that. I told him before the game. You might not get.
Say don't piss on me and tell me it's raining.
Tatum is 26.
26. Okay. Yeah, 26 years old, which is even worse. He's young.
98. Yeah, 98, baby.
Yeah, he's even younger. LeBron 40, about to be 40. Let him sit down for a little bit.
Yeah, they do need the rest of LeBron.
Yeah.
Because he be out there just running around.
He exerting a lot of energy.
Not start. KD comfortable coming up.
Yeah. Interesting. Now, what about the ladies? It was a huge uproar just on the selection of the team.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a huge, Caitlyn not there,
The girl from Dallas,
she chose. She said she don't.
Yeah, she chose because they left off last time.
She said she didn't want.
Yeah,
because
the WNBA All Stars whooped them, didn't they? They beat them, so that
was personal.
That kind of exposed.
But they're not gonna do.
What the selection.
They had a game. They eventually pulled away by like 10, but they had a game the other day. They came out.
Yeah,
they came out. But you got to look at it like this. People say Caitlin Clark should have been on the team, right? Mm-hmm. Well, Kalia Copper is not playing. She barely getting off the bench. You think Caitlin Clark better than Kalia Copper?
No.
So who you taking off the team to put her on? Now, she'll play in LA in the next 4 years. She'll be on that team. Trust.
Yeah.
But for this one, she just got in the league. She a month in. You throwing on the Olympics. Who you taking off?
Now, I will say, the All-Stars did beat Team USA, but in a 7-game series, they wouldn't. They wouldn't beat them in a 7-game series. That one game, it was personal. It was personal.
I don't know.
She wasn't ready. You can't just throw on the Olympics. That's unfair for everybody who's been training and who's been nominated to be on the Olympics. It's unfair that you remove one of them just to put her on there for ratings. She was going to barely get off the bench.
Taurasi is 99, man.
Well, they honored LeBron 40. What's the difference?
Right.
So they
give them their last run.
You
Last
comparing,
run.
you're comparing
Taurasi
Taurasi to LeBron.
No, I'm saying
No, but I'm just saying.
Taurasi been on 18 USA teams.
It's been that many since.
She's finna get like 7th.
Yeah, but she got a bunch of medals though.
Yeah.
But then why? But then would you say would it have been better for her to bow out and say, "Nah, go ahead, y'all got it. I got enough of this."
I would have respected it.
Okay.
Because you've been there before. You done it like 85 times, starting in under 16. So she been on there.
The man alone now. LeBron, it could have been like, LeBron, come on, 40 years old. We got all these young cats. They didn't do that. So how you gonna deny Taurasi?
Because LeBron's still better than a lot of them young kids.
Right.
But that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we can't deny that.
I think
That's a good point.
I think what's missing here is the obvious passing of the torch, and you haven't seen that in the WNBA when Cheryl Swoops and Weatherspoon and all of once they retired, they kind of retired into oblivion, and then another group of players came in, and it continued to evolve. You don't see that passing of the torch like Mike did for Magic, you know what I'm saying, or Magic did for Mike, and things like that. I think you're going to see that after this year, especially as the league continues to grow for the women. You're going to see that. You know what I'm saying? This is the farewell tour for Taurasi and a few older WNBA players that are, in 4 years from now, they're going to be at the end of their careers.
D.Y., when you put on those glasses, you be saying some smart stuff, man.
What about when you don't have them on?
Hey, we going to talk about that.
I was just trying to see where you was going with.
You like that? You like that one though. You like that one.
That's two.
I wanted to see where you was going with it.
That's right.
Well, it's been really entertaining, the Olympics. I mean,
I think Angel and Peyton will be on the next
one. As long as they continue to grow.
Yeah.
Many of them fall
See your boy Whitlock called the most overrated athlete.
Yeah.
That's your boy.
That's your boy.
But Whitlock, I mean, I don't think anybody in this room listen to Whitlock and say, "Oh, he's speaking truth."
But once again, he said something for controversy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He did what Whitlock do.
When I met y'all about this cat.
Well,
you want to listen to me?
You got personal issues.
I do.
We talked about that, So you're a little jaded, but it's okay.
This guy, for the record, misquoted me in college and put it in the paper. He was a journalist for the Kansas City Star. That's where he started. But go ahead. Carry on.
He's triggered.
Definitely triggered. He is upset.
He's doing the exact same thing. He's kicking off country.
Kid been out of college 25 years. He's still mad.
Hey, let's go ahead and say it. Whitlock, count your days. Kevin coming for you. Oh man. But man, the Olympics, I've never watched the opening ceremony. All my years
When you're done, can I ask a question? Go ahead.
But it was raining like crazy, but everybody they was troopers in it, man.
It was a whole show, yeah.
When they had Beyonce on there, I was like, good Lord. It
was a whole thing.
Didn't know a cowboy hat could look so good.
I didn't, I never really watched the opening ceremony. But this shit,
but I was locked in.
I was locked in.
Did you hear the question?
I do. How come men or women we can't win a 3-on-3 basketball game? Now, if we need to grab Ice Cube's league and put them, the big three or whatever they call
they
all retired.
They like to fight.
No, they are retired. Okay, here's
you can't take them to the Olympics. They want to fight.
You gonna take Charles Oakley and Gary Payton over there?
No, they the coaches. I'm talking about the guys that's
Gary Payton, the coach. He's fighting.
He's got into it on the next side.
Look, man, this is embarrassing. Like we played 3-on-3 all our lives. Are you telling me we can't go to Paris and win a game?
Now I'm gonna tell you, 3-on-3
men or women.
But 3-on-3
y'all know
3-on-3 is different.
We used to play 3-on-3.
3-on-3 is different because you don't have that.
You kick it out. It's nonstop. I get
right. It's nonstop.
And they outside. I get all that. Been there, done.
And most of them have played. The internationals have played together since they shorty. Apparently. I mean, I know what you're gonna do before you do, and they just throw some people on the American team and say, "All right, go." Like they got for that.
Jimmy
Jimmy Fredette.
That's the only one.
One of the Barry boys. Barry got about 18 kids, so I don't even know which one this is on the squad.
Yeah.
So
the only one I know is Fredette on the men's team. Now the women got 2 like WNBA players, and they got a college player.
That's why they losing it for that on the team. That says a lot right there.
But okay, we can't. Dude, since Kyrie ain't in the Olympics, let Kyrie go over there and play 3-on-3.
He's not gonna want to go over there. That's
not
that's
3-on-3.
That's the thing you ain't putting in consideration.
He'll go.
Pay him?
Yeah.
You can't.
Well, what?
To play in the 3-on-3?
They don't get paid.
You don't pay them.
man, not as much as Simone.
Man, you can't.
If you ain't Simone, you ain't getting paid. They got them sleeping on cardboard mattresses over there, man.
The NBA players don't even stay in the village.
Yeah.
But then this younger generation, they don't play half court and 3-on-3. They barely play 21. You know what I mean? So
bro, we can't.
It's gonna be an advantage if they practicing all year.
You play 21, don't you?
You know, if they practice all year.
They don't know. They don't know. You play
Okay, whatever.
But dude, look, man, it's embarrassing that as the United States of America, men or women cannot win a single game in 3-on-3. They're over. Men and women. That's embarrassing, man.
I don't know.
Like something gotta be done.
Well, I don't think as much effort and energy is put towards that.
A game, bro.
I know it's embarrassing, kid.
Men and women.
I get it.
Come on, man.
All right, we're gonna take the 3 players that got benched. Oh, excuse me, DNP. We're gonna put them. Y'all want to play them?
All right.
Go over there.
Send Tatum, Halliburton. Who else ain't really playing?
And
Embiid.
Send them up. They gonna win a game.
Oh, of course they're gonna win a game.
Okay.
Because they're gonna be starstruck.
Hey, regardless of what, man, international game is catching up. And the NBA, the America is adopting more of their rules and their style of play. And that's why these games are a lot closer. There ain't no more blowouts. But they had the stat up that when Mike and them went 92, it was 9 NBA players on the international, 61, 62, however many.
Have you seen Canada's team?
Yeah.
They got an entire
Canada got a squad.
Hold on.
Canada got a nice
Canada almost lost yesterday.
That's what I said.
They almost lost yesterday.
But they got a whole starting NBA 5.
And some of them South Sudan boys gonna at least get invited to a camp.
And Luau Dang.
That's the next look.
Right.
South Sudan boys.
But you know they got that African league going on.
Yeah, but Luau Dang is fronting them.
Yeah, he's paying
for everything for them, you know, to showcase them because he believes in them. So much respect, Luau. And the coaches from the NBA.
Yeah,
Yeah. Royal Ivy, remember him?
That's what Durant was cussing out. Not for real. He was a senior when Durant was a freshman in Texas. They boys.
Okay. They boys.
But they,
but he told them at the free throw line, y'all ain't tough. Y'all ain't tough. Because he didn't play in the prelim, you know, showcase game. He didn't play. And so they were out tough in Team USA. And, you know, before you go to the free throw line to do that little shake thing, you ain't tough.
Y'all tough.
Right. So it's been real entertaining, man. Real entertaining. And speaking of KD, why you go at your boy now? Got the Keyshawn now.
Keyshawn made a comment.
Yeah.
You know, KD petty. KD
so petty, man.
I think KD hired people to just watch social media, watch all these podcasts.
Oh, he got burned.
Watch shows.
Yeah,
he come right back.
He across the pond, man. Like, oh, you said something? You said something? He goes straight to Twitter and clap back.
I ain't never seen the most sensitive superstar in my life. I don't understand him at all. Like, why do you constantly respond? Like, you should have better things to do, like get a haircut, and over responding to like every Twitter thing, every comment you don't like.
I think he hires people to just pay attention to the media or whatever, see who says something about him. Because he come right back. Now the man way over in the limits.
I don't understand it, man. That's something I've never understood with him. You know, he just constantly.
Keyshawn ain't saying I'm bad. He just,
Yeah.
Since we talking about basketball.
Oh, shout out to Skip Bayless. Peace. Goodbye. Good riddance. Goodbye. Enjoy life.
Right. We don't need Skip Bayless. We got Skip Hairless over here, so we good.
Okay.
Wow.
Whack Kellerman.
But you see all the money that's been thrown around in the NBA? Brunson, 45. I mean, what, 156?
Do you know he left?
Brunson left money on the table.
He left on the table, but good Lord. But you know, he's supposed to be leaving that for, what's your man that was hurt?
Leaving that for Bridges.
Yeah, when they got
Bridges and
because Bridges about to be
Randall.
up. Yeah.
Are they going to get rid of Randall?
Yeah.
Hey, Silk.
You think they're gonna do it?
They can't pay him. They can't keep it. They can't keep all of them.
And where does he fit? Now they a running gun team.
No, he gonna
I
have to
don't
buy.
know if he even fit with them. I don't know where Randall really. Randall got that wild style of that game that he played. I don't know where he really fits.
He needed another scorer. Like it can't be.
Bridges was a great pickup. I mean, that was
but can he average?
I don't know.
Brunson giving you 25.
I don't know if that's a.
Bridges.
I understand the player that he is, but you just put him on the squad with what 2-3 other players that play just like him.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah, but they're not all to play together.
Exactly, and the versatility, right? And Bridges plays defense. That's Tibbs. He a Tibbs guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's a two-way guy. He can guard both wing positions. I think. Yeah,
They lost their big Harkenstein to OKC.
Yes. That hurts.
But look, man, he has to it can't be Brunson score 30 and 40 and everybody else have 15. Like he has to have a dude that can average at least 20, possibly 25.
You can't average 20 when you barely touch the ball.
Well, he needs a bona fide second score.
You can't be a bona fide second score if you don't get the ball. You see how the
Randall
offense
was there before he got hurt.
You see how the offense dies when Brunson gets the ball. It's just like
Randall Jackson threes too. He this the thing with Randall. And y'all see if y'all agree with this. Hey man, when you got hurt, we won without you. Right? Now the offense changed, true, but we won without you, dog. Like we was this close to getting to the Eastern Cup. Like we were winning without you. So now you sat there and watched all that. You got to come in, fit in where you can, bro. Like it ain't about you no more. Like we.
So as
Brunson
is saying that to him, this is his face.
I'm just saying, we've been winning without you.
And that's not Randall's style.
And
you got that look
like
that's not Randall's style. Randall's an aggressive.
But then you got to move.
He's not he's not some off the ball. Just gonna rebound and dive and he's not.
No, Randall can give you
not that.
He's a big version of Jalen Brunson. He got to have the ball in his hands. He's gonna dribble a lot. He's gonna try to work around people. So obviously, those two styles are gonna end up clashing on that team. So at the end of the day, you pay Brunson. He's a young player. Obviously, got MVP caliber.
Okay.
Wheel this team through those playoffs, and if he wouldn't have got hurt, probably could have took him.
Okay.
To the Eastern Conference Final.
So you're not gonna play Randall?
No, you got to.
I see what
you're
saying.
Keep him?
No, you're gonna keep him until somebody wants to.
You gotta showcase him.
Right. You're not gonna
the same thing with Zach LaVine. We gonna play him until he proves that he's good back from this injury. Let him go out there and score his 25 points a game, and then he's gone.
No, I would. That's two different things. Zach LaVine should never step foot on the Bulls basketball court.
Well, he's gonna have to in order for them to get some value. Unless you get rid of him for nothing.
Don't nobody want him, and to put him back in the locker room, you can clearly change.
Teams need to know if he is healthy.
Yeah, the team he owned don't want.
Exactly.
You got to know if he's healthy. So somebody has to put him on the court.
You going to pay him $30 million, $35 million to sit at home?
Bro, you done changed the whole team. You clearly don't want him. He shouldn't want to play for the Bulls again. Find me a trade. Like that's two different things to me. To me, it ain't like the Knicks don't want Randall. It's just that he doesn't fit the way they didn't change the team.
It's the same thing, kid.
But Zach LaVine, you didn't change the whole team.
He doesn't fit anymore, but you still have to put him on the floor. You got to put him out there to show the other teams that, he still got it.
I won't do that.
Randall, they need to know if he still got it.
How you going to find a trade partner if they don't know if he damaged goods or not?
What, you want to bring him in for some private workouts?
Watch the difference.
And he is making a bag.
Hold on. Watch the difference. They've clearly moved on from LaVine. The Knicks have not moved on from Randall. It's just that Randall either has to change his style of play to fit with the new team that he has since he's been gone, or they'll try to trade him. You'll see whether they're going to do that or not, whether they give him this extension or not. If they don't immediately give him this extension, then they're going to bring him in, try to let him fit, and if he doesn't, by the trade deadline, he'll be gone. Okay. Zach LaVine is entirely different.
All right.
They've moved on from
what about let's see, when we was on vacation, Clay, Mavs. What's your thoughts on that, Lefty?
Well, you go.
Nothing.
You go.
He's not putting them over the top. Clay is. I mean, Clay had his time. Those injuries, he's not the same player. Now, if it was pre-injured Clay, then I would say great move. It puts him over the top. This Clay, I'm just not sure.
He's not better than the people they had on the floor.
It's not consistent. But I mean, okay, you got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yes.
And you brought in Clay.
That's
right?
upgrade. That's upgrade.
No. I don't
Shooting
know.
wise.
They
ain't had nobody on the floor that can make a shot.
He is a top.
The dude they kept leaving open, the tall white dude, he couldn't hit a shot.
That's true.
Yeah. So Clay gonna hit some of them. Now, I'm not saying he gonna hit all, but Clay gonna hit some of them shots.
He is a top 5 candidate for NBA 6th Man of the Year.
Who, Clay?
That's all he is right now.
No, Clay starts. Sir.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Okay. No way.
Right. Luka, Kyrie, and Clay.
No way.
You talk about no defense.
Shut up.
Clay can't guard nobody no more, and Luka clearly can't guard him.
Can't guard a stationary pole.
Clay gonna get so many shots off Luka, it's gonna be ridiculous. And he's gonna hit half of them more than Hardaway Jr. would have, and more than whatever Klinger.
So he couldn't get shots off Steph? When he was getting shots last year, he wasn't hitting them. He put up a goose egg his last game in Golden State.
He was unhappy.
A complete goose egg.
He was unhappy the entire season. They should have traded him. He didn't want to be there anymore. Yes, he was.
He's just not the same player.
They gave the money to Draymond and didn't give it to him.
No, that was
He played out the year. He played out the year.
Millionaire.
What he ended up doing. He played
unhappy,
huh? No, he was.
Doing what you love.
With the team.
Yeah.
But he was unhappy when he got benched. But he should have got benched.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. It's a such thing.
And it made him come out and play, but then they threw him back in the starting lineup and he reverted.
Before the season was over. He stuck it out and played it. Clearly, at the end of the year, he started shooting off, unfollowing, all this, right? That's been on his mind the entire year. He was ready to go when they decided not to pay him. And they gave him
this would be a bigger story if this was pre-injured Clay.
Okay.
But it just isn't. He isn't that person anymore. He's solid. I mean, he's not gonna put up goose eggs every night. He can't spread the defense. He can't hit threes. But one of the things that made him even more special, he wasn't just a shooter. He could play defense. He can't defend anymore.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm not saying he's the same player. But.
So let's move on to the next one. Paul George, 76ers.
What?
I think that.
What does he do? What does he do for that team? Give him an extra maybe 5 to 10 points a game.
I think when
better defender.
I think he's back in the East.
Who did they lose?
Let's look at it like this. Tobias.
Well,
let's look at it like this.
That's an upgrade.
He's a better scorer than Tobias. He plays better D than Tobias.
Right.
When Joel gets hurt, and he will. When he gets hurt,
then when he get hurt. Stay healthy.
Paul George get hurt like Embiid.
He close.
No, this ain't Kawhi we talking about.
Nah, Paul George missed a lot of time last few years.
I'm not saying he's the healthiest person ever, but he's healthier than Kawhi. Let's not do that.
Okay.
And secondly, we know Embiid gonna miss time. You got a 1-2 now. So you got Maxey and Paul George. They brought back Oubre, and they picked up somebody else. I forgot who they picked. They picked up somebody else too. Oh, they brought back Lowry.
Yeah, they brought Lowry.
They did a free agent. Who I'm missing? I'm missing somebody. They did a free agent.
Yeah, well,
can I have a point of order, please? Last 5 years, Paul George games played 48, 54, 31, 56, and last year he played 74 games. But he don't get hurt. Go ahead, continue.
I didn't say he don't get hurt.
Continue with your point.
I said a lot. I didn't say he doesn't get hurt at all.
And those weren't strike short in seasons either. Those are
he went to the numbers on
82 games.
Right.
But
he went to the numbers.
He played 74 last year, right?
Last year.
Out of a possible 82.
Last year.
What up, Gandy?
Put up them same stats for Embiid. I wait.
I gotta argue that.
So what we talking about? So I'm not saying both of them don't get hurt. I'm not saying that. But Paul George is an upgrade over Tobias.
That's Mac.
We agree with that.
Maxey is the standalone that's going to be there 82 games, getting his money.
So
I could agree it's an upgrade. But where does that leave? They number 1, 2 in the East now.
Well,
they shouldn't end up the 7th seed like they did this much.
They should actually.
So where would you rank them at?
They top 3 or 4.
They top
Because-
4 in
because
the
I'm gonna
East.
give Boston, New York, and we don't know about Milwaukee. That's a
Yeah.
big question mark. We don't know. Middleton is breaking down. Like,
Still got Dame and Giannis.
Hold on.
Dude, he is.
If Giannis' brother plays like he been playing,
The Nasty's.
yeah. Hey man, you seen it? He killing right now.
Killing who?
He killing in the Olympics, bro. You ain't watching
Oh, him in the Greece squad?
Yeah.
He killing China, Japan.
When they play the U.S.
The Netherlands.
Hey,
When they
But-
play the U.S.
but wait. The eye test makes you think that this dude is cold. The way he been balling overseas.
I mean, hey man, he in the league. I know it's mostly because he Giannis' brother, but it was
Every
like-
time he dunk, I hear him say lefty.
You should have the energy. He ain't played all year. You should be the most energized person in the Olympics. You in shape. You work out every day. Like, you
But,
should
but
be
I
doing
still, but you gotta think if like so for instance, if Embiid didn't go out last year for as long as he did, Philly was probably a top 3.
And he almost beat New York.
Yeah,
And he was on one leg.
yeah.
Now, let's think
It's
about
probably
that.
a top 3, and then he got hurt again. Right.
Okay.
Now you throw Paul George in there, that they do get over the top. They should.
You got to look
They
at
should.
So
they in the East, man.
they will be in the top 4. Is what everybody agrees
Yes.
they
Well,
in the top 4.
they should.
They should.
Let's not
Yes.
say they will. They should. When you look at
on
when
paper.
you look at the roster with him, Maxey, and Embiid, they should.
Yes.
Delonte Murray to the Pelicans. Does it
Oh,
help him?
Devontae Murray from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Delonte Murray from the
But he ain't
Hawks.
still there right now. They ain't got rid of him yet.
Yeah, they trying to get
Does
rid of him.
that bump them up a little bit?
I think so. He a versatile scoring threat. He does play some good defense. He's long. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think it's an upgrade. That team
Him and CJ.
lacked a lot of toughness. You know what I'm saying? Zion gonna be Zion. You know, we talk about players who get hurt, don't play full season. So
Man.
they kind of at the behest of what the end of his season gonna look like. But I believe him being on that team is definitely an upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get a player with his ability, it's an upgrade. But it still goes through Zion. But that's the issue. You know, without Zion, even with DeMonte Murray, without Zion, they still a middle of the pack type team. You know, where they ain't even making it out to play in right last year. They lost to the Lakers and when Zion got hurt, and then Zion didn't play the next game. Now they still got in though, right? They see,
They was on the plan.
but they got in.
They made the playoffs.
Yeah, they lost to the Lakers, and
They
they beat
lost.
Sacramento, right?
Yeah, I think they made the playoffs.
Yeah, because Sacramento lost their people.
Because Sacramento had a bunch of
They
injuries.
played
lost,
OKC in the
OKC.
first round.
Yeah, they played
They lost.
OKC and got dog walked.
But this year, y'all, hey man, y'all keep ignoring me when I say this, man. Memphis healthy is gonna be back in the top.
Yeah.
8. Like Memphis is gonna make it, which means somebody got to come out. So whether that's
They
New Orleans,
should.
barn injury,
We don't know.
they get that whole
Honestly, we don't know what your man is going to look like coming back.
Oh, Ja Morant.
They ain't coming for vengeance.
No,
That's what a player would be like. He coming back and he about to,
I think so. Why would
he got receipts and he taking names. However, getting back into the mix with the team, you know, hey, we was doing this without you, and some things can
they ain't
change.
do
now.
nothing with
Y'all was
it.
going,
But things can change, you know. You
Sorry.
got
y'all was going what without?
I know.
That's what I was saying.
But what I'm saying is
They ain't
the
even
dynamic.
complain.
Your boy Bane was he was the top scorer. He putting them up. He was putting up 30 shots.
And then he got hurt.
He was putting up 30 shots.
They
So,
all coming back together. Memphis going. All I'm saying, Memphis going to be a problem. That's
will
all I'm saying.
Memphis revert back to before the suspension?
But you still miss. Okay, so you lost.
They got smart over there.
Dude went to Houston, the one that's always talking crazy.
Dang, he just played with
Yeah, with the Brooks.
That's Brooks.
Right, you lost Brooks. Brooks, regardless how irritating he is, he brought a level of toughness to that team.
And Steven Adams.
You lost Steven Adams. Steven Adams is now gone.
That was your goon.
And then because Jackson, another one that don't
That's
really
that
stay.
E, baby.
Jackson really don't stay healthy either.
I like
What's
that.
the name of the guard from Boston?
Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart's over there. And Marcus Smart kind of brings that toughness, but
There's your toughness.
Yeah, Marcus brings the toughness. I don't know. But
They in the front office.
they'll
Like, how
be
can
back.
we get rid of Marcus Smart?
Just got to.
Man, listen.
The West is up for grabs.
What's a gauntlet?
I think we can all agree there. You got teams that improved in the offseason. It's still a lot of parity over there. Denver, if they continue.
All right, give me your top four.
They got
out west.
Top four out west.
Denver can't
top four out west.
Denver, Sacramento, Dallas, and OKC.
Left Minnesota
Out of the top four, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know if
I would put Minnesota there before.
Minnesota ain't lose nobody.
I don't know if Minnesota could come back and be what they was last year. I'm not saying Anthony Edwards can't. I'm just saying that team, the way it's put together.
They didn't lose nobody though. They didn't lose nobody.
But they talking about moving on from Cat.
But look what happened. Yeah. They let a 6 seed treat him.
Well, people put Ant up here and he wasn't there yet. Like he's on the come up, so to speak.
Okay.
But they put him here. You know what I mean? Like that's Jordan's son and all that. And then
So the question is, do they continue to grow?
Can they
continue to
can
grow?
they repeat what they did last year?
or
that's what Dallas did.
or have they hit the center? Or are they just too immature? Are they gonna continue to be immature?
You got the further you go every year, you gotta get better. You know what I mean?
In theory.
And the thing is, can OKC continue to do what they do?
Right.
They the same thing.
Well,
They the same thing.
I think they stock is right.
Yeah.
So you don't think Minnesota right there with them?
I think Minnesota is close, but not right there with them.
Because I know Dallas made the Western Conference. I wouldn't say they just at the top like that.
So they
made a run this year.
You had how many games did they go? 6 games in the playoffs?
Deltas?
No, Dallas and Minnesota.
Yeah, it was 6.
6
They
games.
won 6. They won 6. Yeah.
Okay. Couldn't beat them in 6 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before that, pretty
And they had home court.
pretty easy path through the playoffs.
She did.
So I'm just saying, battle tested. They shown and proved they're a young team. They up and coming team. Do I put them in the upper echelon of the teams in the West that I know is playoff tested?
I'm taking the
have
Clippers
been
out.
to NBA Finals before. Got veteran leadership. I cannot put them.
I'm sorry.
Me personally, I just can't
The
put them.
Clippers.
I'm taking the
They
Clippers
fall
out.
for grace. They falling for grace, bro.
I'm taking the Clippers out. I'm putting Memphis in. I'm not going to put them top 5 because I got to see it. But I'm just saying top 8-ish.
I don't even put them in the play-in.
Sacramento healthy. You can't just dismiss them. They come back healthy. So that's why I say the West is a gauntlet.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean
it's a gauntlet.
Yeah, I mean,
man.
if you take the top 4, I mean, it's kind of no wrong answer because, like you said, if Sacramento if everybody didn't get hurt, they lost like 3 of their guys. If they didn't get hurt,
So
they were rolling.
Yeah.
And you still can't count the Lakers out. I mean, I don't give them a chance to, like, the percentage isn't high, but whenever you got LeBron and AD, and I don't know if JJ Redick can figure it out or whatever it is, or if they got one more move in there.
Here's what's super.
Hey, the Lakers issue has been Denver the last 2 years. Everybody else they handle.
The stupid part is
Denver is the team they can't beat.
You didn't improve the team though.
Not yet.
You didn't improve the team, man.
LeBron took a little less, so they can make another move.
Yeah, but you didn't do it. Like it was
Right,
free agents out there. You didn't pick up not one person. Do I think the rookie gonna play? I do. But is he gonna crack the top?
It's a lot of people that don't want to play with the king.
I get that. I get that.
It's hard to play with him because of his ball dominance.
Well, then it's hard to play with Luka. Then it's hard to play with.
It is hard to play with.
It's hard to play with Jalen Brunson.
It's okay. All
it's hard to play with Brandon Ingram. It's hard to play with a lot of people.
It is hard to play. And
it was hard to play with Kobe. It was hard to play with Mike. It's hard to play with people who are ball dominant. But they ball dominant.
It's terrible to play with Luka. Now you really don't get the ball with Luka. At least LeBron.
I'm just saying.
You really don't. Luka dribble, and Brunson too. Dribble.
He almost averaged a triple double throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you what he did. I'm gonna tell you what he did to do it. He dribbles the ball. He either takes the fadeaway 3, or he dribbles the ball so much and he pulls the defense that he just do a bounce pass and somebody hit a shot. That's cool, but he does that at the end of the shot. Luka dribbling half the shot clock, and Brunson do the same thing. They dribbling half the shot clock.
They pass when they pass when they have to.
And just stand and wait for the ball.
They pass when they have to.
Right. They pass when they have to. Right. That's a difference.
It's a huge.
So he come out the game with 10 assists. That's cool. But you didn't. Like I said, you made those passes because the shot clock was running out. Somebody had to hit him. The man was standing wide open the whole time he was dribbling. So I get it.
The best moves that the Lakers made this offseason were their assistant coaches, Nate McMillan and Scott Brooks.
That's the best thing ever.
Well, that's smart. When you got a rookie head coach,
that was the best move that they made in the offseason.
So Bronny ain't up there. Okay. What does Bronny do?
Come on, man.
Number 55, man.
Dude from Tennessee gonna play.
Now, that boy from Tennessee. Now the problem with him, though, he can't guard no damn body.
No.
He old.
Yeah, he can't guard. No,
that's what I'm saying. He's not gonna crack the top 7 in the rotation.
And I think that's why he fell, because he can't guard water.
And keep in mind too keep in mind too with the Lakers last year, Vanderbilt was out a lot. He had a lot of guys hurt, man. Cam Reddish was out. Reddish was a big. I think Reddish would have been huge with Denver because he's a bigger wing, can guard, and he can hit the open shot. Like you had guys out of that rotation.
They was out of the rotation.
That could have helped
because of
Christian Woods still on the.
Yeah, but when they came back from injury, they never got back into the rotation.
Right, they never got back
because of him. I'm just gonna put it out there.
The only guy they lost was
that was his fault.
For Minnesota. He left and went to Milwaukee.
Oh, Prince
gone. That's the only one he lost.
Oh, that's
everybody else still there.
He was pretty good.
But you got your Reddish coming back, Christian Wood coming back. But it's the same squad. Now here you are trying to work with the same squad you had 2 years ago. I don't know how JJ, like you said, gonna fill out or figure out rather the rotations. But all those guys, Vanderbilt and all them, still on the roster.
Well, the best thing I heard so far is that they're gonna move AD back to the 4 finally.
Well, who's the 5?
Well, that's what they either big boy from New Orleans with the wild hair, Hayes. Either Hayes gonna start in the middle or Woods gonna start in the middle. They moving AD back to the 4. That's one of the first moves Redick said he doing.
I would start Woods.
Well,
AD loved to play the 4.
Stevie Wonder thought that needed to happen. Why did him? I don't know why they did not do it. Once Woods signed to the team, that should have been.
You move AD back to the 4.
Automatic.
I would start Wood and bring Hayes off the bench. If you start Hayes, he's going to foul out in the first 5 minutes of every So I would.
You know what you're right. You're right.
I do want to say big ups to Stackhouse. He had made his way into the league on the coaching. He would Golden State.
Oh, is he?
He would Golden State.
Good shit.
Golden State and Terry Stouts assistants with Golden State.
Man, you know him and Draymond gonna get into it. That's the time bomb waiting to happen.
Yeah,
you know that, and I know that.
Hey, I'm just glad that Stackhouse made it into the league.
After
he didn't get the job,
man, I ain't wanting him to do
at UNC.
So speaking of Golden State, they say it's over. They
trying to get Mark.
Seem like they still got some moves in it. I heard Utah don't want the deal.
Well, I'm hearing that they like no.
Utah don't want that deal.
They don't want the deal, so he's gonna stay put. And I definitely don't want Zach in Golden State, but
he can go to the Lakers.
Yeah,
but he can't come to Golden State.
And then they picked up Cal Anderson with the forehead, headline,
big slow.
Yeah, slow, baby.
Big slow.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't see how he fits at all.
I don't see how he runs with Golden
I don't see how he is still in the league.
He's big.
He's big, but Jesus.
Everything about him is slow. His shot, his dribble. He even walked to the sideline slow. He don't do nothing fast.
Like, man, get over here.
He don't do nothing fast, man. But I think as long as you got somebody like Steph, you're gonna be competitive. The problem, I think, with Golden State, if Wiggins ever gets back to form, like Wiggins had a bad year last year. I know he just came off that little head case thing was going on with him, but if Wiggins gets back, Golden State is still
train rolling.
Yeah,
they tough with Wiggins.
Now,
he done ran this course.
Paul Pierce, Nutso, said that this USA team will beat the Dream Team. DY. I'm gonna let DY because DY look over like.
Did they cancel him and Skip or just Skip?
He's next. Yeah. He's pretty much next. I mean, making comments like that is obvious. It's for television. It's for ratings. Controversy breeds those things. He's like the Donald Trump of basketball announcers. He just said the most ludicrous thing.
Hope it stick.
You know, and get some attention.
Maybe say he was better than D Wade. Maybe said that nonsense.
Jalen checked him on that.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, we know what's true. You know what I'm saying? Even KG was like, boy, shut up.
Yeah. He was like, where are you coming with these things, man?
I mean, I think with that, the only thing I would say, like, if you want to talk about the 92 Dream Team, all those guys were at the end of their career, most of them. Like, they were all on the back end. None of them, there was only, like, Mike and Scotty was still in their prime, but, you know, I didn't stock them alone. But Magic, Bird, a lot of those cats, they weren't.
You know, Drexler had a couple more years. Right?
Drexler had a couple more years, but a lot of those guys, Mullins,
you know,
they were.
No, Robert.
Those guys got drafted after Mike.
Yeah,
except
Mike.
Bird and Magic. I don't agree with the fact that they was on the end of their career. Everybody.
Mullins was at the end. Drexler was before Mike.
Drexler before Mike. Mullins was before Mike.
No, Barkley came in the year after Mike, I think.
Right.
Right,
yeah, he came in with Mike. Same draft.
Yeah, that's
Drexler and Mullins were there.
Oh, so yeah, no, they weren't there.
Mullins was 85.
Yeah.
Drexler was only one. Drexler, Magic, Bird. Everybody else got drafted.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they just had hard careers.
But you gotta see here's
they was at the peak of their career.
Here's the unfair.
92.
Here's the
all
unfair.
the cats went to finals after that. You, Barkley, Malone, Stockton, all of them went to Drexler.
No, I stand correct. You're right. That's out of Magic and Bird.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, Bird had the back
David
problems.
Robinson.
Malone went to the finals in '98.
Yeah.
So Malone still
Stockton Malone.
Yeah. Right. It was just Bird and Magic.
Yeah.
Bird had the lefty syndrome.
He older than me. How you got my syndrome? He a man older than me.
You got him.
Well, thank you. Reverse.
So
he had adolescent backside.
Right.
And then there was a different
5 years old.
There was a different style of play back then too, because you talk about all those centers they had. Well, who you're center now? Bam, AD, and
Embiid.
Okay. David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, like that's different. That's how they doing this, man. Because that's a different era of basketball. And then you comparing it to KD,
right? And I don't think
no KD
and like we brought up earlier, you only like the game has changed. There's more international style. It was only 9, players in the NBA then. Now it's 60 something. I think the Dream Team would run through. I don't think they would dominate the way they did in today's Olympics. I don't think they would be blowing people out about 40 and all that. I don't think they would do that.
The one thing they wouldn't be starstruck. Because remember, those cats played against the Dream Team with the taking pictures and they was
getting
autographs. Now these international players
and who was the top international player? Kukoc was one of the top international players, and he, even though he was good in the NBA, he wasn't. Yeah, he was already over the hill now. But now the international guys, are dominating on the NBA side. The Giannis's, the Jokers, the Lukas, they're actually dominating in the league. So, like I said, I don't think it's hard to say who would have won, but I don't think the 92. I don't think the 92 team would just blow through the way they did. Not in today's Olympics.
All right. Let's switch a little gears now. College football is knocking at the door.
Sir.
How is college football
you see some of them
going to look without the 2 top coaches?
Saban and Harbaugh?
Yeah. How will those teams fare?
It's going to look like college football.
How would those teams fare without them coaches?
Well, Michigan going to be straight. The cat that they hired was already calling big shots. He was running the team while Harbaugh was suspended.
Yeah.
So he got the flow, he got the buy-in of the team.
But we got the talent.
And that's the biggest
talent.
that's the biggest difference between having those two coaches out. It's recruiting. That's the biggest thing in college football. It's how good are your scouts and how good can you as a head coach recruit the top players in the country.
Right.
You're gonna start seeing the tide turn because you also got to consider
NIL.
these not just NIL, but these mega conferences that are developed now. You know what I'm saying? The SEC is going to look different. The Big 12 is going to look different. The Big 10 is looking different. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait for some of the Big 10 matchups. I'm excited for that.
How is your squad going to do?
Who? Notre Dame. They don't do nothing, man.
You just got that look like, what are you talking to me, bro?
Notre Dame got like a Duke quarterback or somebody.
Yeah, I got a feeling my man Freeman, he ain't gonna last long over there. You can't be a brother over there at Notre Dame and not
put them
and not win nothing.
Win.
You got to at least get into the playoffs. And now here's the issue: they're the only independent. So you got to get into this little 12-team round table to at least have a chance to stay. Because Notre Dame alum is not going to keep letting no brother run that program and you losing 4 games a year.
Like you two coaches that's on the hot seat.
Who?
Ryan Day, Lincoln Riley.
Ryan Day is definitely on the hot seat.
I don't think,
but his record is amazing. He just can't beat Michigan,
and that matters.
It does.
It matters.
He beat everybody else though now, but I don't see.
He got a chance.
No, Ohio State didn't win. And they lost.
He wouldn't. That was Urban Meyer.
Right. And don't forget that dude's still out there.
But he's giving you 12.
Lap dance still out there.
Yeah,
lap dance is out there.
The Justin Field team. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Lincoln Riley would be on that seat.
Yeah, I don't think
why.
He just got that.
All he needs is a defensive coordinator.
You gotta win.
Bruh.
You gotta win.
He ain't better than Oregon. Like the last couple of years he had to go against Oregon, Washington. He wasn't never better than them.
But now you're in the Big Ten.
You're in the Big Ten now. You gotta win.
Hey, bro.
And now he gotta hope that he not in the. I haven't seen which side of the Big Ten they on.
Oh, how the divisions are broken down.
I don't think it is no side.
And it's not like USC. It's not like USC been a top program for the last.
They all in there in the top 2 or something. I don't know how.
But it's not like USC has been a top program. Now they produced a lot of pros, but they haven't been one of the top teams.
And that's what I'm saying.
In a long time. How long has Riley been there that long?
He was brought there to change the dynamic and to win, not later.
Well,
now.
Yeah, I mean, I give you that.
So you thought the last couple of years he was better than Oregon and Washington?
I didn't say he was, but they hired him to beat them.
They ain't been terrible though.
Oh, they ain't broken up. It's no divisional format.
Yeah, they just in there, bro. I think the top 2, whoever it is, I don't know how it come down.
That's gonna be different.
18 teams.
But look at some of the matchups, bro.
18 teams in the Big Ten. Does that make any sense?
You're right.
No.
It ain't been 10 in about 20 years, man.
Texas coming to Michigan. Ohio State goes to Oregon. USD plays.
At some point,
LSU,
man,
it's a wild opening.
Just get 2 mega conferences and go at it.
That's basically what it
is. I mean,
is.
that's all it's really going to be.
So just
the interesting thing is going to be this new playoff format. Who gets in? Who gets out? You know, I think if you're in a BCS conference, if you're a conference winner, you automatically get in. I've been making that debate, for years now. Like you should be rewarded for winning your conference.
Hold on. What's the deal with if you're a Power 5 conference and you win your conference or something like that, you automatically go over? Like somebody could have a good record. I want to say this right. Somebody can have a good record that's better than yours, but because you're a Power 5, if you finish top in your conference, you automatically they rank
you jump them.
You jump them. They still make the playoffs, but you get a high ranking because you're a Power 5.
Well, that's the thing, because I think it's still.
So I got to look.
It's still a lot that's decided by humans, by men, right? It's not a set format like the NFL. If you win your division. And this, that, and other, you get the top seed. They're still going to somehow rank the 12. So like that
Power
could
5
happen.
against the top.
Right. It could.
So basically,
it could be
it's
like
still gonna be some bullshit in the game.
It's you're gonna tell
because
about
somebody gonna have a better record.
Right. Because they gonna still want the money making schools in
So
there.
the NCAA is still going.
NCAA, right? They're not gonna give up total control,
Right. They still gonna do what
They still
do.
gonna make some decisions, but that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I think Bama gonna still be good though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Bama
Dude
gonna
was
still
one
be
of
good.
them.
I think they
And honestly,
Mhm.
I would have thought that they were gonna run to the portal. Them players,
No, a lot of them stayed, man.
they stayed, and
A lot
that
of
was
them
surprising.
The quarterback stayed.
I was surprised.
Yeah, I mean, you
That was
gotta.
surprising.
I mean, he still had 5-star recruits and like third string.
They hadn't played yet, right?
Because at the end of the day, Bama still put people in the league.
right.
And regardless of what, Bama puts them in the league.
Well, the key thing that you said, they third and fourth strings with 5-star players.
Hadn't even played yet.
Ain't done even playing
yet.
Could have went to about 70-80% of the other schools
And
in
that's
the
another
country
one
and start.
opening weekend. Bama goes to Wisconsin or something like that. Like they got
Oh,
some
yeah.
wild matchups, man. Like
All right. Where does Colorado? How do they do this year?
hopefully better for
All
Deion.
depends.
Hopefully better. Did he beef up his offensive line? Did he get bigger? On
He
that?
did.
Like
He did.
Okay.
He got some top recruits. He had a pretty good recruiting class. I think they'll be better than last year. Are they gonna be in the hunt to win the conference? I don't think so. But they still in there with
No, they went to the Big 12.
Colorado went to the 12. Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. How do they fare this year?
They'll be better.
Colorado, Arizona.
Is his
I wanna say, like,
son?
Oregon State.
Is his
like,
son
they all
that
went to
dude?
Big 12.
I think
Is he that dude?
Yeah.
Is he that dude?
I think he that dude.
Well, if he stopped holding the ball,
He's supposed to be one of the top quarterback prospects
Yeah.
this year. So he playing to get in
He
the
that
league.
dude.
Yeah.
Quarterback.
I give him about 7 wins this year.
Ooh-wee.
That's a huge jump. I give him
Look at
him
Shakira.
7 wins.
well, they started. What they won last year?
6.
They started because they needed
Oh,
like
6.
They won 6.
they needed like
5
one or two
no,
more.
maybe
to
it
make
was
it to
I think it's
5.
5. I give
Yeah,
him
it was
Bowls
5.
was
They
big
didn't
crazy.
make. They didn't make.
They weren't bowl eligible.
Right.
Yeah, they weren't bowl eligible. But they.
But the year before, how many did they win?
Yeah,
It was success. It was
right.
success.
It was definitely a good
You know.
season. But you still had that. And one thing I did notice though, this offseason, it hasn't been as much Deion talk. So maybe that's probably a good thing for them.
It is a good thing.
That's a good thing. So
I ain't all season talker. He waiting to the prime is on prime.
no, but when he first jumped from Jackson State to Colorado, that's all you heard.
Oh
last
yeah,
year
but
was-
because the media was blowing
That's
it
what I'm
up, so
saying.
he
Now
was-
that all that's past, let's see what he does.
Kev wanted to assassinate the man for telling the kids to pack their bags.
Yeah. It's not, bro. That's not, man. It's cute because it's Deion. But you can't come in there like that, man. You ain't giving them kids a chance to compete for nothing. You should have gave them a chance to compete for spring ball or something.
Yeah.
They're already on the roster, bro, which means they're good enough to have a scholarship on the roster. You don't come in there and tell them kids that you ain't even met yet. This your first meeting. You got the cameras all in here because about you. You got the cameras all in here. You gonna tell the kids,
He triggered
pack your
again.
bags.
He triggered again.
You know what I mean? I'm bringing luggage. Yeah, I'm bringing luggage. Dude, I made the squad. Like, you don't do that, man. That went right to me.
Does Arch Manning play this year?
No.
No,
Well, he gonna
dude,
play.
He came back. No, the quarterback came back.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah.
He gonna play, but he ain't starting.
I'm surprised he ain't got out of there. I'm surprised the Mannings ain't pulled him out.
Now, they thought dude was leaving, and he came back.
I'm,
But
I'm
was supposed to be-
shocked.
It was announced. He announced that he
quarterback
was
came.
coming back
Right.
in enough time for him to hit that portal and go do that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
But he
shocked
didn't.
Arch
He
didn't
said
leave.
he's staying.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But they anticipated him leaving, and it was going to be Archie.
Because this is what his sophomore year, right?
Look, he already locked in. He ain't really even got to play that much. Somebody's gonna draft that kid.
Just because he's a
You got to
man.
get on the field.
But I agree, he got to get that experience. He got
Gotta
to
get
go
on the
through those trials and tribulations. But
Unless he have
his draft capital ain't lowering because he ain't playing.
unless he play his junior, senior year,
Is he
and
better
have a
than
monster
Mitch?
year, and he only played 1 year.
Is he better than Mitch?
We've seen it happen though.
Good question.
Yeah, blow up year.
Mitch started 1 year and got the number 2 pick.
Right. Is he better than Mitch?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, depending on where it is, all you really need is one hell of a year and come out.
Is he better than your boy?
You know,
Daniel
Jones. Let's see him.
That's gonna draft him with the number 1 pick in 2 years.
Let me. I know we ain't got to the NFL yet, but I've been putting those 1s and 2s.
it's about time to get to it.
And the 2 leagues together. Y'all really want to know what's gonna happen next year?
Sure.
Bill Belichick is gonna coach the New York Giants.
Oh, okay.
What?
Hold on.
All right.
I got some
If that little 24-year-old girl don't wear him out, man, he might have a heart attack, man. Messing with that little young
I
girl.
got some tea leaves. I want y'all to remember this show.
Hey,
You know they say too many of them hymns.
2 years.
Too many of them hymns fuck with your
Even
heart.
though they just
Next year.
bought and paid.
what Fly say? Blue
Bandaging.
Don't blame me.
Too many of them blue chews blow your heart up. boy.
the blue chew.
Bill Belichick is gonna hover around the Giants. We're gonna hear this towards the end of the year.
So Dabo out of there?
They're not. Dallas is not gonna pay Dak Prescott, the New York Giants.
Oh.
Mark this down.
Oh, Negro dominant.
Yeah, NFL talk, baby.
Been hearing some tea leaves. Man. I'm
Whoa.
gonna just leave it at that. Carry on.
Kev got a new
The
friend.
only-
Did you hear? I've been hearing the tea leaf. Where you come off with that one there? The tea leaf.
When you start hanging around the Giants,
But
just remember I told you.
the problem Dallas is having with this Dak thing, and since we go NFL, let's jump into it.
We here.
You haven't. Who's his successor? Trey Lance ain't it? Let's face it. Trey Lance isn't it?
Dallas
So-
is doing free
How can you
agency.
say that?
Jerry,
Dude,
Come on
That
now.
man ain't even been on the field
Yes, he has.
long enough.
the little time he was on the
they
field,
had to see him right. Don't worry about it.
he's not.
They finna play in preseason. You'll see.
Yeah, he's not. And the thing is with the somebody's got to come in and show
Right.
that they ready to step up. That's how like they moved on from Tony Romo because Dak came in and showed out, and they were like, okay, he's ready. Like Jerry Jones, like Dallas isn't they are on a rebuild. Jerry's on no rebuild type thing.
Jerry ain't
He
never
ain't on no
Not with
rebuild.
this team.
Right. He's
Jerry
not.
is not a rebuild type of guy.
So you can't. So I don't think they can move on from Dak because who you gonna replace him?
You don't want to pay him, dog.
What if he take him to the Super Bowl?
Okay, you didn't
Like
get me.
Dak don't have garbage numbers.
You didn't get me 12 wins for the last
Kirk
4
Cousins
years.
ain't got garbage numbers either.
He ain't garbage.
I'm just saying, y'all want to talk about numbers now.
Dak was then to run up for the MVP last year.
Right.
He actually had a good year.
They
just
showed
jumped
him and Mahomes
just
numbers
jumped in
were
the
like
playoffs. Exactly.
neck and
He
neck.
actually had a good year. They
That
just
is
jumped in
true.
the playoffs. But he didn't get you
Numbers
12 wins
wise,
for the last
yes.
3-4 years, and we ain't got
But
nothing to
getting the W's when they counted.
It's getting over the playoffs. The playoff wins determined. But once again, who's the successor?
Listen.
You got to have somebody in there that's
Did
ready
you
to step
see-
in and
talk
play
about. Free agent
now.
rep.
That was in our
Free agent quarterbacks are free agents for a reason.
that was in our
That's what we
sports that was in our sports
We
group
gonna-
where they talked about Mark Sanchez. Better playoff numbers than several individuals.
What he had one more win than some people. Like I don't really consider
Was he
that.
4-2?
Who Sanchez? I don't care really, but it's. I mean, like today, we know what today's league is about, right? Like they talking about Lamar. Can Lamar get over the top? Lamar's playoff record is trash.
You got 2 MVPs.
Gandy said Belichick will further tarnish his legacy with the Giants. It'll be like when he coached the Browns. No way he goes there.
Technically, if you remember, he was a defensive coordinator
Well, the
with the Giants. And it was a huge part of them winning. But that's neither here nor there.
the thing with Belichick being an older coach, like if he comes in out of Giants in a rebuild, I don't think he's at the age where he's going to sit through a rebuild.
We didn't rebuild enough.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like, you can't keep rebuilding every day.
But is he going to come in and is he going to have that
Speak
patience?
up when you say these things like that, Kev.
I'm-
Don't get all sexy. Like,
Yeah, he could have come in and pick that team.
Let's see
He
you.
gonna
got
look
it.
at that team and
Let's
be
see your
like,
big boy.
They got a
gifts.
GM. He still has a relationship with the team.
But they're going to
They
need
have
a
GM.
quarterback.
The
They're
GM
going to need a
ain't going nowhere.
quarterback.
They're gonna need a quarterback.
They know Daniel Jones isn't it.
Yes.
I don't know if Belichick comes into that situation, especially after what happened at the debacle in New England with his quarterback
He's
situation.
not going to even agree to the deal.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones.
I can't see it.
You know they didn't get out of this Daniel Jones here.
Yeah, but once again, who's up next?
I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
Who's up next? I thought the Giants should have drafted a quarterback this year. They didn't. They took Neighbors instead. Okay, Neighbors a great player, but
yes.
Well, you watch Hard Knocks. You see how badly they won.
They were looking at quarterbacks hard.
And in regard, I know y'all gonna talk because it's the Giants. That's cool. But if you do your research, our defense is actually good. We got a pass rush that's actually good.
Yeah.
The dude from Carolina is gonna help. Thibodeau is still good to me. Lawrence is still there. Like they're good. They just can't score on offense.
But that
no matter. You score negative.
Right.
You asking the defense to hang on, and then they eventually give up and not you get blown out.
But that position, whether that quarterback spot, they could have took McCarthy and sat behind Jones for 1 year. To not take in a quarterback strong draft.
They weren't going to do that because they.
But to not take a quarterback when you're unsure, when there's uncertainty with your position in this year's draft, you're in a position to take one is a huge mistake.
But here's the thing: you needed weapons also, and you couldn't get out to Daniel Jones year until next year. You can't draft a quarterback.
Hold that point.
You can't buy the times before the injury.
Hold your points. We're gonna take a quick break, pay some water bills. We're gonna come back, and it's all NFL, Bears, Giants, KC, everything.
All right.
So we're gonna take a quick break, and we're right back, and we're gonna get into this NFL.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
How long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text.
Second down and 7 for Rippon. Hangs in and finds his tight end. That's a catch and a fumble. Tommy Sweeney. And then able to get back on top of it. Been undrafted out of college, was with the Broncos, and then bounced around last year. Herbert is able to take it down inside the 30. was really built around trying to run the football, and I don't think they're going to stray too far from that this year either. Wide open for a touchdown. It's Colin Johnson. Rippon knowing exactly where he's going with the ball. I mean, that's just a good setup. They've been running that route with these guys. The fee would have been great with this new kickoff rule as a kicker. What a catch! I agree. But what a catch by Colin Johnson.
All right, we are back, man. Hey, we lost DY. He had community service, something he had to go do. He a scofflaw with his tickets or something. Who knows?
What?
But we back, man. We talking NFL, man, and we cannot start off with the hometown Bears. I mean, I know Hall of Fame game, no starters played, but it was quite entertaining. You know, before Mother Nature said, "Nah, that's it, y'all. That's right. It." Gave you a little taste. We gone. So,
I mean, all the Hall of Fame, all that is just.
Don't they get rained on every year too?
Yeah. But,
well, you know, it's all about the people coming out that's going to Hall of Fame. You know, they brought out.
It was and it gives us a little taste of football. We've been, you know, we missing it. All us big time football fans.
Right.
It's, you know.
Yeah.
It's really nothing to expect. I think as far as the Hall of Fame game with the Bears, I think it was interesting that Khalil Herbert played. You know, is it a competition between him and Roschon for that RB2 spot?
And I pointed that out, by the way.
Is it, you know, I think that was probably the biggest story for me in there. I don't know if this is just QB2 competition. Is Bajan locked in, or does Rippon have a shot? I don't know.
He got a shot now.
Yeah. He has a shot now.
Yeah, but you gotta. It's all you always get those preseason stars because you're going against vanilla defenses.
That's true. But it depends on practice with them too.
You know, they're not
what,
really.
What are they doing in practice?
Right. That really determines it more than the games because they're not game planning for you or nothing like that.
So, they meant two touchdowns.
Yeah.
Counts when they go to the film.
Yeah, but Rippon has been how long he been in the league?
He's been in the league for a minute.
Yeah, he's been there for a minute, man.
And he done bounced around a lot too. So it ain't like he didn't came in here and found his star all of a sudden. It's just, he had a good game in the Hall of Fame game. Let's see what he do going forward. I don't think it's nothing to get excited about. Yeah, you know.
I mean, it's not about. I'm not gonna say, oh God, we got a new number 2, but he did come out and he showed you, I've been here. I can do this. Bajan, what you got?
Well, Bajan, he got more snaps than Bajan too.
Yeah, way more.
And then Bajan on his drive, it was a penalty that kind of stalled there. So I just don't think nothing was shown. This Saturday is what I'm excited about. Next Saturday, I mean, with Buffalo, we'll get to see Caleb a little bit. The first stringers, you know, let's see how that looks. That's like I say, this just gave us scratch a little itch for football. That's all it did.
He got his hands like this.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you got to say?
No, because I made this point to the Monday Thursday night. So I'm gonna run it by you. So I remember when David Montgomery's here, you guys had a chance to sign him, and you let him go to Detroit. Y'all said same money, $1 million more, whatever, right? Turn the keys over to Herbert, right? And now less than a year later, Herbert is playing in a Hall of Fame game because now y'all turn the keys over to Brown. Now, I know Swift was going to be the man. I'm not stupid. But what I'm saying is Herbert, who you gave the keys to when you let Montgomery walk, he was the man. Now, all of a sudden, a year later, the man is playing in a Hall of Fame game. I don't get it. I don't understand. So the money said, well, Brown going to be the number 2 dude. Hey, look.
I mean, Roschon Johnson.
Johnson.
Johnson
going to be the number 2 dude now.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all pushing Herbert out here, entertain,
get him some tape.
Get some tape for some teams. So I was just wondering, and Sean can jump in if you want. I wonder how Herbert go from the dude that took over for Montgomery to all of a sudden the dude that's playing in a Hall of Fame game, auditioning for other teams less than a year. I don't understand how that happened. Now, maybe y'all Bears fans, y'all can explain that to me.
He got hurt. right?
During the season, yes, sir.
So now you gotta see
He get hurt
what
like
he
that.
got.
Like,
But he fell. No, but he fell. He fell in the lineup.
He fell to Johnson.
Yeah. So now you gotta.
Then why was Johnson playing? Johnson played.
But maybe it's a little bit of a competition. You got to play somebody.
Got to be a competition.
Then they picked up somebody who knows Waldron's system that was in Seattle with him. I forgot that. Sean, you help me out here. That running back they picked up from Seattle.
Okay, did he play at all?
Yeah, he was in that.
He did. Okay.
Yeah,
he was a lot of junk.
But so here's the thing. When you say hand over the keys to Herbert, Herbert does. He's a tandem back. I think he has flaws. They always said his blocking is an issue. He doesn't block well as far as in pass protection. His hand, he doesn't have the greatest hands. Now he can get some explosive runs. I give him that. Yes. But there are some things missing that's needed in this offense.
Travis Homer.
Homer's hurt. It was somebody else. Are we still not okay? No, they picked up somebody else. Sean.
So I was just wondering how that can happen.
No, Herbert. Like I said, Herbert can give you some explosive runs, things like that. But there's some things in this system I think he has to be that he's not very good at that. He don't need be able, that you need him to do.
So why you just ain't keep Montgomery?
They made Montgomery an offer. He took Detroit. He took off from Detroit instead.
And took the guaranteed $1 million
guarantee. I think it was another year, wasn't it?
It was guaranteed.
Guaranteed, a year, something like that.
And I think more time on the contract.
I think he got like an extra year or something like that.
So
okay. I was just wondering.
But then Detroit turned around and drafted one in the first round, so he's still a tandem back. Right. Montgomery had a great year.
Right. He had a great year, but was on his heels too, from Bama.
Yeah. That boy, he was good.
Gibbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they two different kind of backs.
Right.
Montgomery, did you notice Montgomery was getting all the touchdowns?
He's the power.
He was a short yardage guy. So I think in this system, like as a running back, especially you got that rookie quarterback out there, you got to be able to pick up blitzes. You got to be able to block, and Herbert's just not that good at it. He's just not. It's not one of his strengths, and it's almost time to pay him. I think he's coming up.
He's coming up
because Pace drafted him, right?
He
was at Pace last draft.
He was here. He was here when Montgomery.
Coles didn't draft.
He was a rookie when Montgomery last year, and then it was time to pay Montgomery. Montgomery left. He came there. That's how he
probably had 2
so he's been in a couple years.
I think he had 2 years.
No, I don't think he got 2 years left because he wasn't.
He was a rookie when Montgomery was here.
He wasn't he was a mid-late round pick. They contract different from the first round.
Left, so
this is his 3rd year. So this is his third year.
Yeah.
So
it's time to pay him next year. Yeah.
And then pavement.
I mean, you got Roschon Johnson, who's a little more versatile.
What you got, Sean? You on mute?
Yeah, this is Herbert's last year. His contract runs through the 2024 season, so he's at the end of his rope here, and they got to figure out what they're going to do with him. He's got if he doesn't pick up, if he's not a much better pass blocker, then they're going to let him walk. But he can do everything else, but he just can't pass pro, and he's got to do a better job of that because I personally didn't like what I saw with Roschon Johnson. He's too much of a guy who looks for contact. I get it. You're a power back, but you still got to be able to run away and cut back and run the daylight. And he's looking too much for contact. I don't need that. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. Okay, go through somebody, but yeah, I'm not happy with that with Roschon.
That's a good analogy on him because he look for the contact. And some of those plays he could be trying to break away, but he's trying to put it on somebody.
Yeah, he just wants to hit people, and I get it. I understand that, but the biggest play I'm talking about in particular was that screen. That screen to the left, to the bottom of the screen. But it's to the left side of the offense, and he's up against the sideline, and he just kind of lowered his shoulder. Where if he cuts back, the third guy's pursuing, and they would have gone past him, and he would have had the entire field to cut back to. And I didn't, if he was a rookie, I could say, okay, come on, Rook.
The He shouldn't be on screenplays.
Truth, yeah, that too. So,
and that's more Herbert. That's more Swift screens. I don't want to see a whole lot of screens anyway, because they don't be looking good for.
You're gonna see it from Swift out the backfield.
I think you'll see it early on, but once Caleb gets in that rhythm and after the first couple of games, I think they're gonna let it flow.
I just don't want to see
the
dead wasted screen that we've been seeing.
Because
I
agree, and you just got too many pass catchers, man, to be
even
throwing any type of screens. You got you got the receivers,
like
you got
last year they ran that first screen for DJ Moore and he took it to the house and it was just like, oh, this is our go-to play. And then next time,
and I still think a lot of that was because they did not trust Justin. I think a lot of it was not trusting Justin Fields.
Yeah.
So Caleb, the question mark is, especially early on, are they gonna like slow roll Caleb, or are they just gonna come out, hey, let it fly? Let's see what you can do.
So right now, NFC North, where do you see the rankings at right now? Before we play a game, where you gonna rank it at?
On paper, y'all third.
Yeah, Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota. That's how I see it.
You still Green Bay had a hellified run at the end of the year.
Still made the playoffs and they won a game, dog. You can't.
They hellified.
Can't act like you didn't see that.
Picked up what's his name?
Is Love really that dude? Because they making it seem like he is. He got that bag like he is like.
I think he is.
Didn't they just pay him?
I mean, they paid him.
I think he is.
That's all I heard was the truck boop, boop, backing up to his crib.
What's gonna help him? Everybody he's throwing to, everybody that's outside of Jacobs who's running the ball, everybody like they all came in together, man.
Yeah.
So they can't do nothing but grow.
And who's they number one? Like who's they number one? Like he really did this without a.
He got hurt.
He did what he did without a top receiver.
Watson.
You got Christian Watson. You still got Romeo Dobbs, and you got Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed's a year younger than Romeo Dobson and Watson. He's a year younger out of Boston College. So they got 3 stud receivers, and don't forget they got the stud running back too. It's that's really gonna hurt. That hurts a lot.
Yeah, that's right there.
They still good.
Green Bay solid. I mean, you can't count Detroit out.
But we match up well against Detroit. That's the good thing. We match up well against Detroit.
That's the good thing. But I think going into this season, you got to be realistic, even as a Bear fan. It got to be Detroit and Green Bay, and then the Bears until the Bears.
You got to come into it
until the Bears show that they can, that they can jump them. And hopefully they get off to a quick start with the early schedule, and by the time they play them, they roll them.
Sean, I got a question.
Yep.
Do you like how the NFL did this year, where all divisions are playing each other at the end of the year?
No.
Like the Bears play the entire division, like back to back to back to back.
Everybody
started week 11 through 17, yeah.
Yeah, they
all.
I
don't like that.
So what's messed up is, let's say if you lose some players throughout the year or whatever, and you ain't played your division yet, and you get off to a bad start, or you get off to a good start, but you lose some of your starters coming up on December when you got to play your entire division.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That's gonna be tough.
The AFC North got to go.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be tough. We might not like it, but it's gonna make for good football. Well, it's gonna be a whole lot on the line.
Come down to the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean,
when your division.
But then you also But I think here's the advantage of it. You're looking at if it's say 2 games out the division, you know what I mean, and now at the end of the year you going head to head with these guys. You got a chance to jump.
Yeah.
Over
that's why I say
we got to beat them and then hope they lose and then this.
It's going to be good football.
A chance to
it's going to be good football.
And most divisional games are good games. Like they know each other. They battle. You know what I mean? It's a great battle.
The season we have, the schedule we have is beneficial to us. All right, it's really beneficial because look, we'll put it up and we'll talk about it for a quick second. These first 10 games. I'm sorry, 10 games, 11 weeks. first 10 weeks, 9 games. There's not a lot of teams in there. There's Tennessee first. All right, we're home against Tennessee, at Houston, at Indianapolis, home against the Rams, home against the Carolina Panthers, home, although it's in London, we're the home team against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have a bye. Then we're on the road at Washington, on the road at Arizona, and we're home against the New England Patriots. That's 10 weeks. All right, we got the division after that. There's not a lot of teams in there that'll exploit us and make us pay if we screw up. The Texans are 1. The Rams might be 2. And the Jaguars might be 3 because they're used to playing in London like every damn year, sometimes twice a year, it seems like. Yeah. So you come out of that game, out of that stretch, 6-3. 7. 7-2, 6-3, because there's a bye in there. 7-2, 6-3, and you split the last games. Now you're looking at double-digit wins, and now you're in the division.
Yeah, it's not. It is. That's not a given.
No, Indy's not a given, but it's going to be his first year.
Beat up in
but Richardson damn near, he damn near a rookie. He ain't got no time. Richardson ain't
but the only thing that I'm worried about is that sitting there, being out that whole year, and now you look at the game from a different perspective. You have to look at the game from a coach because you're with the coaches now. You ain't playing, and now you're talking, you're coaching up whoever the quarterback was. Like, hey, I saw this. Did you see this? Watch what they did over here. You're looking at the game from a different perspective when you're injured. And so now that might have helped him. That redshirt year might have helped Richardson. So that Indy game is a little scary to me. I'm a little cautious about that one.
It's scary, but it's damn near gonna be a home game for the Bears too.
Oh yeah. Oh, Chicago's going down 65.
Damn near gonna be a home. So
it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna get tickets on 65.
I mean, you talking about a
they're gonna do that Illinois
talking
play.
about a 2-hour drive. Like that's damn near a home game.
Yeah, I got a ticket on 65.
But I think you got to. A lot of it's gonna depend on defense. I agree, Sean. If you need to come out that stretch at least 6-3, 7-2. Because then you got a gauntlet after that. Then,
but that's why it helps Caleb, because if you screw up, all right, here's where the defense got to earn their stripes. All right, you guys are a badass defense. The last 6 weeks, they're the top defense in the NFL. No ifs, no argument, no nothing. Statistically, they're the top defense in the NFL. So now you got to take that to another level, and that gives Caleb time to develop. They give Caleb time to get chemistry and get familiarity with all his wide receivers, and that's where give Caleb short fields. All right, so now you got to go 50 yards for a touchdown instead of 75. Or 42 yards instead of, you know what I mean? So we're coming away with 3 most likely. Right. And points is points. So those first 9 games, man, I'm telling you, you get to even if it's 6-3 and you split those 9 games, by the 10th game, you could take one or both of the training wheels off Caleb. Now you ain't a rookie no more. You're 10 weeks, 11 weeks in. So, and now you're facing the hardest part of your schedule. Because if you're facing San Francisco early on, I still think it's a loss, but there's no way in hell you're going to beat them. All right, Seattle, I still think you have a chance against them. If you're facing those guys early, I think that the likelihood of them winning those games would be, well, San Fran's an automatic loss. I'm not even
playing Discord, so I don't know.
And it depends on who's healthy at the time too.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, it's a lot of things that can happen to make wins and losses, but we got about 15 minutes, Sean. I don't want to go straight in on the Bears because we got time next week and all. So let's look at some of these other conferences. We just did NFC North, NFC East. Rank them, Kevo.
Well, of course you're gonna put that in. On paper, I got Philadelphia, Dallas. I still got the Giants over Washington because come hell or high water, we always be Washington. I tell y'all this every year. We always be Washington. It just happens. I'm just trying to tell you. But I will say this: Washington with a new regime, rookie quarterback. By the time we play them in December, they should. I'm not saying they're gonna be.
They can change. They can change the dynamic.
But they should be a little better. Like they got a whole new regime.
You disagreeing with them?
No, I like that ranking.
Okay. All right.
I agree with that ranking.
All right.
I think Philly wins the division this year.
NFC South. Who ranked those lefties?
Trash. Trash.
Come on, man. Houston.
No, not Houston.
No.
That's Atlanta.
That's the
New Orleans,
Carolina.
Carolina.
NFC. That's not that's the AFC. KDL.
Well, my fault.
Carolina
People
Tampa.
are huge on Atlanta this year.
Hey,
Atlanta.
and Tampa, man, Baker
okay.
last year.
So
you could go.
rank it.
I'm gonna go Tampa, then Atlanta. Tampa, Atlanta, then New Orleans, and then Carolina dumpster fire.
People, y'all know why people huge on Atlanta this year? Because they say Cousins can actually throw the ball to the tight end. They ain't threw the damn ball.
Yeah,
to
Pitts.
He can throw the ball to the wide receiver.
They got weapons. Atlanta got weapons.
Yeah. So that's
that running back,
Texas.
Now he gonna be like, oh, you threw it to me?
Yeah.
He gonna be
They
surprised.
got that running back like they.
Yeah, Kirk. Bijan Robinson. Yeah, Kirk can fling it.
All right. Any disagreement over here? All right, I'm giving you the West. Rams, Cards, San Fran, and Seattle.
I got San Fran, the Rams, Seattle, and the Cardinals. The Arizona gonna stay last.
You putting the Rams over Seattle?
Yes. Yeah. They got them two wide receivers, bro. Dude. And they defense is pretty good. I
But
think
Gino been cooking the last 2 years, man.
Yeah, but you gotta you also gotta remember too, they lost their whole coaching staff.
Yeah, they lost.
So I'm gonna go on a limb with that. One thing I'm gonna switch up, Kev. I think Seattle brings up the rear. I think Arizona.
You putting Arizona over Seattle?
If Murray for the whole year, Marvin Harrison Jr., Arizona they're gonna pull out a couple of wins. But it's still San Fran, still Niners, Rams. Then I go with the Cardinals, then the Seahawks.
And the Rams got the 49ers number for some reason. I don't.
Oh yeah. Okay, good. Cooper Kupp and Haku with Matthew Stafford, baby.
Yes, sir.
Look, can Stafford make it through the year? Haku. I think that's how you say it. I could be wrong. Akua, whatever his name is. He's a bad boy. Whatever his name is, he's a bad boy.
Right.
I want to see him and Kupp.
And then you get Kupp for the full year?
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough. And we know Stafford can fling that rock.
Okay. All right. Now let's hit the AFC East. Buffalo, Miami, New England, and the Jets.
This is interesting.
Very interesting.
This is interesting.
It's gonna be a good division.
Because I'm still going with Buffalo until somebody beat them, even though they lost their entire defense. And I don't know what they're gonna do with wide receiver. I gotta go because they got to do Josh Allen. Now, here's where it gets tricky. If Aaron Rodgers is healthy, and you know they got the defense, can they beat Miami? Because Miami can't beat nobody in cold weather, and they can't beat good teams. The Jets got the defense.
It's half the schedule.
I'm just saying, bro. Well, Miami improved it. They can beat up on the shorties and can't beat the good teams, man. So
you're right.
If they don't win a lot of their games early when it's hot, then they fall off come wintertime. Jets. Hey man, look, we talk about Rodgers and all that, but the Jets got a squad, dude. If they healthy, they got a squad.
Jets do got a team. Jets do got a team.
Yeah.
That's a tough ranking, but man, I'm gonna jump on the train. I'll take the Jets, then Buffalo, then Miami, and then
you giving them the division.
I'm getting that division.
That's
that receiver. What's his name?
Can't do it.
That receiver. Yeah, Garrett Wilson, man.
I can't do it.
Him and Aaron Rodgers.
I can't do it.
Wilson gonna have a Devontae Adams kind of year.
I just need.
He should.
If Rodgers get out the first game, then
this is assuming he's not going to blow his ACL on the third snap.
But the first game is at San Francisco. By the way, Monday Night Football. I just want y'all to know.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
But I think it's going to be close. It's going to be a close division. I ain't ready to count Buffalo out
until somebody beat him.
But Josh Allen going Josh Allen, man.
Well, who the man throwing the ball to?
Exactly.
He got no running game.
He is the running game.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you want the man to do?
And I don't know how much more he can take because he took some hits last year.
But that's the problem with him.
He don't know how to get his head. Josh Allen tries to run you over instead of getting down and gliding. He tries to run you over.
He a big boy.
He is
a big boy.
You can't keep 17 games.
So,
you can't keep taking.
But so was Cam.
So was Cam. So was Big Ben. A lot of them were bigger, and they take hits.
They take hits and take a
It
toll on
definitely
you.
takes a toll. But one thing we know is Josh Allen will turn it over.
Well, he'll turn it over. But then he'll make
at the worst time.
He'll
turn
turn
at
it
the
over.
worst time.
But then he'll make a Hall of Fame play, and you be like, "Damn, how you do that?"
Yeah.
So somebody got to beat Buffalo.
There's some ups and downs.
But like you said, they lost guys on defense. You know, who's gonna step up and take the who's gonna be the number one receiver now that Diggs gone? There's some questions in Buffalo.
Gabe still there?
I think so.
No, I think they lost Gabe.
They lost Gabe?
Yeah, Scarlett.
Because Gabe,
I know they drafted a couple of receivers.
Scarlett just lost.
I don't know.
she lost.
Wow. In a second.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody got to beat Buffalo.
All right, Kevo. AFC North, Cincy, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, B-more.
This is the tough.
Until somebody beat them, I got to go Baltimore. I'm gonna go a healthy Joe Burrow. I'm giving him second. I'm gonna give Pittsburgh third, and I'm gonna go Cleveland fourth. Deshaun Watson got to until Deshaun Watson come back.
Something.
Hey man,
dude,
that coach could have been up for coach of the year last.
Yeah. He gonna bro. It's gonna be competitive. He gonna keep a minute. Cleveland gonna be good, but if you asking me,
they pulled out 10 wins with like 4 quarterbacks
with Flacco.
But Flacco at the end, but I'm saying they went through like 4 quarterbacks, dude. Like Duke can coach, and that mutant.
She didn't have a good
push. And that mutant Garrett, Miles Garrett, the mutant. Man, that dude.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna always show him some love because when he did his Halloween dress up in front of his house and hit all the quarterbacks and coaches, man, bro, that was wild.
And Cleveland had one of the top defenses in the league coming back.
Yeah.
They one of the top. But I just think the division, like Pittsburgh defense, always gonna be there. And if you give me anything out the quarterback, I don't know if we've been saying this about Pittsburgh. If you give me give me 20 points, man, and let the defense eat.
Well, shit,
they could never score.
Flacco gave him that work last year.
But I think
out his living room.
He did.
Off the couch.
AFC, NFC North, those are 2 of the toughest divisions in football. You can rank them either way. Okay. Like 1 or 2.
All right, Lefty, I'm giving you AFC South, Tennessee, Colts, the Jacks, DJ Stroud.
Got to roll with Houston.
Gotcha.
Got to roll with Houston at the top. I'll go Houston. I think Jacksonville, man. Trevor just got paid, man. Trevor got to do something. It's time to take the next step. You know, he's been like pretty average, but I think he takes the next step. I know they lost Ridley.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go with
Tennessee.
Then I'll go Colts and then who at the end?
Tennessee, Colts,
Tennessee.
Jacks. Okay.
Tennessee at the end.
Titans. Okay.
Tennessee actually got better, y'all. Nah, they quarterback is still
Will Levis got to show me something.
But dude, they got Ridley. They got
D Hop already
Hopkins.
Hop already out. They already out 6 weeks.
They got the defense. Like they actually got better in free agency.
Yeah, D Hop.
Oh wait,
D Hop got hurt already.
Gabe is in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah. So he got.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville. I'm not saying Trevor gonna be no MVP, but I think he's gonna take the next step this year. He should be able to take the next step this year. They finally got that coaching situation. All that madness that they was going through Urban Meyer on that. I think they're good now.
Yeah.
All right. AFC West. Denver, KC, the Raiders, and the Chargers. New coach. Where you at, Kev?
So until someone beats them, gotta go.
But now let's see where everybody else falls.
I think the Raiders finished last. Damn. I think Denver finished right above them, and because of Jim Harbaugh finished second. That's how I look at it. Because I don't think Denver is better than the Chargers. I don't.
I would agree with you, but now that I didn't heard Justin got the plantar fasciitis. I had that shit. It's terrible when it don't heal. This is a horrible thing.
He gonna be
that's a horrible thing. I'm a shock y'all, man. I got KC winning it, but I think Denver makes a leap with Bo Nix. I think Denver gonna leak this year.
Well, Bo Nix is
first of all, he's 30.
Right.
He experienced.
So right.
He had a lot of stuff.
He got a lot of stuff. Bo Nix. And I think Sean Payton got like his guy grooming his way. Man, they still got weapons. Sutherland, who's the other guy opposite of Sutherland? Like they still got some weapons over there, man. I think Denver gonna take a leap, man.
Put him over the Chargers.
Look, it's always a team that gets better, man. It got to be somebody got to get better. I think Denver gonna be better.
The Chargers just needed a coach.
Sean Payton there, all that, like they were better when he came. They were better than the year prior.
Yeah.
But now that Russell Wilson stuff is out the way, all that, he got his guy to run his system. I think Denver gonna make a leap.
But the fact that
gonna run away
they make the leap because of Bo Nix.
I said with Bo Nix.
Oh, okay.
Because of Bo Nix. With
all right, clarify that.
Yeah, with
I think they're better than the Raiders. I just
they got some weapons though in Denver, man. They got some guys over there.
I just think Jim Harbaugh makes it different. Like the Chargers needed a coach the last couple of years, bro.
If Herbert was 100% coming in, yeah. But
that's just going to be an injury that you have to watch.
Mm-hmm.
The plantar fascia, I ain't saying no joke, man.
You
gotta be able to plant. You gotta be able to plant, man. It's not going. It's going to be hard.
You might not be able to.
You're right on that.
Mm-hmm.
But the treatment that Herbert get versus what you got, man.
I mean, just freeze a bottle of water, but regardless of the treatment, it's gonna flare up.
You just your treatment was sticking your foot out, going
the frozen water bottle, man. You gotta roll that joint. And look, that only just relieves it for a minute. It really ain't no. It's really no cure for it. You got to kind of.
That can linger the entire.
That thing could go. Yeah, that could be all year, man.
That is comparable to that hamstring. If you fuck up your hamstring, that's gonna last.
Maybe a little worse. I'm telling you, man. You could.
So, hey, listen, we had a lot packed in today because we was coming back from vacation. But hey, we got a lot to talk about. We back season 9, Humidor Sports and Cigars. Hey, who knows where we gonna show up next week? We might be at home. We might be in another shop. But hey,
might be in somebody's backyard. You don't know.
Right. Sometimes shy, we might be in the backyard. But time for our partner shots, man. KDL.
Man, shout outs. Welcome back, season 9, man. We've been doing this a long time, y'all. By the way, this is season 9. I just want y'all to let that sink. But shout out to everybody, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the tap for entertaining us. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, as far as SmokeFellas, well, not next Sunday, but the 18th.
Yes. Linen stick stiletto.
Linen. Gotta go get some linen.
Summer sexy, baby. Summer sexy.
Hey, if y'all didn't make it to our smoking mugs here at the tap, man, that was a stone cold groove, man. The vibe was sexy. We talked politics, relationships, man. We talked about all kinds of stuff, man.
It turned to Humidor shop talk.
Man, listen,
by the end of the night.
Listen, man, if y'all, we doing it again on the 11th, right?
It's next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday. If y'all want to come on out to the tap, man, we'll be up here. Bring your coffee cup. We got coffee. We got tea. We have donuts and stuff like that, man. It's a vibe, conversation. We just chill out on the Sunday morning. Lefty.
Oh man, so much going on we got coming up. Hey, trip to Indy, man. It's gonna be a vibe. We still got seats available on the bus. September 21st, our day party in Indy, and then on the 22nd, the watch party. So all that's gonna be going on in Indy. Jump on in, man. Jump on in. Y'all know how we do it. We're gonna pack it out. August 18th, linen stick stilettos, smoking mugs next week. Like we jam packed, and you know we always open the season. Bear smoking madness. That's gonna be huge. You know, this is our time of year where we working.
Football.
We working, baby.
Right.
It's football season. Shout out to the tap, man. This is an amazing spot. Real chill vibe. Beautiful patio. You know, it's still nice out, man. Get out there, enjoy that patio. Right at address
11151.
11151 South Halsted, man. It really tell you real chill time, man. Some great days. I think Leslie do table talks on Mondays. It's a lot, man.
You got Will Wheat Whiskey Wednesdays. You got TK Tuesdays.
TK Tuesdays.
Yeah, so they do some things up here. So if y'all want to come chill in the vibe, man, it's a nice spot. So come check them out. But man, Sports Zone, Humidor Sports and Cigars, the fellas. We in the season premiere.
Subscribe to that YouTube channel, man. Subscribe to that YouTube
Follow
channel.
us, man. We summer everywhere. Like tomorrow we'll be at Bernard Terrell's picnic. So
yeah, Cigars in the Park tomorrow.
Come hang out with us because we'll be out there full deep, the fellas. And like I say, at the end of every show, where there's smoke,
there's the fellas.
You can take us on out, Sean. We'll see y'all next week with more sports. How we do it in the cigar shop.
We back, baby.
We back.